Carlos Alcaraz stepped onto the grass at Queen's Club on Sunday not as a man in search of confidence, but as a man determined to continue a reign already in motion. His opponent, Jiri Lehecka, brought fire and resistance. But Alcaraz brought inevitability. It took 2 hours and 10 minutes of thundering serves, elegant drop shots, and baseline brilliance, but in the end, the 22-year-old Spaniard lifted the Queen's Club trophy once again, adding another chapter to an already astonishing 2025. The final scoreline, 7-5, 6-7, 5, 6-2, does not begin to tell the full story. This wasn't just a win. This was a warning. To Wimbledon, to Djokovic, to Sinner, to every man with a racket and a dream of center court glory. Alcaraz is no longer just a clay court king. He's no longer just a precocious talent. He is now, unmistakably, a master of surfaces. 5 titles in 2025. 1 on the red clay of Monte Carlo. 1 in the fierce arena of Rome. 1 under the Parisian sun at Roland Garros. 1 on the hard courts of Rotterdam. And now, on the trim, storied lawns of Queen's Club, the 5th. He is evolving in real time, becoming something that modern tennis has not quite seen before, a fusion of power and poetry, of muscle and magic, of youthful energy and veteran composure. This was his second Queen's title. His grass court record at the venue now stands at an imposing 11-1. Only Feliciano Lopez, with titles in 2017 and 2019, stands beside him as a 2-time Spanish champion here. But Carlos Alcaraz is just getting started. The world watched him win Queens in 2023. The world watched him follow that up with Wimbledon glory. Then he defended his All-England club crown in 2024. Now, with the 2025 edition a week away, he arrives not just as the defending champion but as the undeniable favorite. His semi-final against Roberto Bautista Agut had already sounded the alarm. Grass court mode is activated, he said. And on Sunday, against the 23-year-old Lehecka, he made sure every rival heard it loud and clear. Lehecka, to his credit, had written his own story this week. He shocked Jack Draper in the semi-final. He became the first Czech man in a Queen's final since Ivan Lendl in 1990. He had even beaten Alcaraz earlier this year in Doha. But center court in London is not Doha. Grass in June is not hard court in February. And Carlos Alcaraz in full flow is not a player you can surprise twice. From the first ball, Alcaraz was relentless. His forehands pierced the turf. His backhands skated across the surface like daggers. His serve, 18 aces in all, protected him like a fortress. The first set was a dance of equals until Lehecka blinked in the 11th game, a double fault at the worst possible moment. Alcaraz pounced, broke, and then served out the set with the icy confidence of a man who knew exactly what he came for. The second set was tighter, messier. Lehecka held firm. The tie break came. And for a brief moment, the upset dream flickered. Alcaraz double faulted, and Lehecka stole the set. But champions don't dwell on mistakes, they reset. The third set was a clinic. A break for 3-1 as Lehecka netted a desperate forehand. A barrage of winners. An emphatic finish. And then, with the London sun setting softly across his shoulders, Alcaraz lifted the trophy, a symbol of dominance, of readiness, of warning. Since losing to Holger Rune in April's Barcelona final, Alcaraz hasn't dropped a match. 18 straight victories. 5 straight finals. 5 trophies. He's not just winning, he's owning every surface, every moment, every challenge. He is 22 years old. And yet, there's something ancient in the way he moves. Something wise. Something inevitable. Wimbledon begins June 30th. Alcaraz begins it with momentum. With belief. With legacy in his sights. He isn't just defending a title, he's building a kingdom. Let the others prepare. Let them study tape. Let them practice on the grass courts tucked behind ivy-covered walls. But know this. Carlos Alcaraz is already here. Already dominant. Already dangerous. And above all, already ready.